the final race of the Gatorade Cup Series Super Speedway Swing, and we go back to where the season started. We're here at the Daytona National Speedway, under the lights this time, for the Gatorade 0400. 7 straight days of Super Speedway action concludes here tonight in the Gatorade Cup Series at Daytona. Let's go take a look at the 42-car field. Matt Oskin, the 15, is on pole for tonight's race. Beside in second, the 43 of Max Anderson. Then in third place, it's Zachary DeLello. Fourth place for Brett Sierra, and completing the top 5, Riley Cresswell on the 20. Then in sixth place, we have Scott Gregory. Seventh, the driver making his final Daytona start, Griffin Lynn. In eighth place, it's the 41 of Justin Zaidel. In ninth, Daytona 500 champion Max Ryan, looking for the Daytona sweep this season. And to round out the top 10, the 8 of Conrad Evans. Back by the way of Cody Anderson, Keegan Thompson to his inside, along with the 19 of Jay Jefferson and the 34 of Diego Yepes. Then there's Anson and Charles in the 96 and the 62 of Brandon Beal. Then we have the 8 of Eli Bright and the 6 of Evan Hunter. Then there's points leader Anthony as the 13 and the 4 of John Smith. His teammate Ross McTrain lines up just behind him, and Caden Lynn to the inside of the 37. Jeff Bright, car number 9, who's outside the winner of this race last season, Derek Hamill, the 32, along with Colin Teague, the 51, and the 14 of Marshall Burrow. Then there's Jay Brando and Bibi Rose, the 00, along with the 3 of Bronson Minnick, and the man who's locked into the postseason with his all-star win, Jake Gowie, the 11. Then there's Sebastian Kukulon, 2-time winner of the season, Cole Luigi to his inside. Second in points, Riley Spur to Roman Fenway beneath him. Levi Schoen's winner of the target race here last night, Riley Sampson beneath him. Then Luke Rainey, the 2, the 47, Logan Williams. Jonathan Beaford, winner of the last race at Pensacola, looking to go back-to-back. Noggins got 66 to his outside. And in the final row, Nathan Baird, 77, and 2-time Daytona 500 champion, the 21 of TJ Hanley. There's the 42-car field for racing in the final race of Super Speedway Week here in the Gatorade Cup Series at Daytona. Let's get on trackside to fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engines.
.42 cars rolling off the starting grid for the 7th and final straight day of Super Speedway action in Penzo Truck Series, Target Series, and Gatorade Cup Series competition. This is the Gatorade 0400 at Daytona, under the lights, 24 laps of competition on the high banks of the World Center of Racing. It's been an interesting Super Speedway week so far, Super Speedway Swing, especially for the Gatorade Cup Series. And the 3 plate races this season, they've all been won by Toyota. 2 by Max Rossi, Daytona 500 and Talladega. Last race by the 18 of Jonathan Beaford. It's been all 18 and 81. Can anyone change that? Like Levi Schoen's winner of the target race last night. Pace car to pit road. It's Matt Oskin, Max Anderson, Talisa of the green flag. Coming down to the restart zone. The green flag waving in the air. Let's go racing at Daytona. Already a 3-wide challenge for the race lead to the inside to Toyota, Riley Cresswell. Looking to lead the first lap in the Gatorade 0400 at Daytona. He's pushed clear by the driver making his final start this racetrack, Griffin Lynn, moves up to second in the 36. They come up for the first time tonight. Cresswell, the rookie, will lead the first lap of the Gatorade 0400 at Daytona, picking up where Toyota left off the last 2 races. And here comes Rossi. Can he sweep the Daytona races this season? We're going to find out. He's second, moves to the middle, as Keegan Thompson, 48, moves inside. He has a boost from the 19 of Jay Jefferson. Right now, Thompson's surrounded by Toyotas. Keegan's going to move up. Jefferson's going to move low, but Brandon Beal also moving low down the backstretch. Can Keegan get the draft off the 20 to get clear of the 2 on his inside and then get clear in second? Looks like he's going to be able to right there. Thompson down in line. Right behind Cresswell in the 20. Beal now to third. Eli Bright, the 88, will move up to fourth. And Pointer Hernandez now up to fifth in the 13. For the lead, 200 cars. Move low. Thompson in front of teammate Eli Bright. Cresswell leads his second consecutive lap. However, Thompson, Eli Bright first to the inside to turn 1. Now the 13 of Hernandez can move to the middle lane. Forced there by the 37 of Caden Lynn. Here comes another Hendrick car, the 9 of Jeff Bright, moving on the inside. Now the Chevy's trying to overpower the Toyotas at the front. Thompson moves up. Eli goes middle down the back. Caden Lynn with a big boost from Jeff Bright moves inside all of them. Can Keegan get clear? I don't think so. Caden Lynn with such a huge run to turn 3. A power move from the 37 and the 9. A tandem move down the bottom of turns 3 and 4. Caden Lynn out in front at Daytona. He slides up. Here comes the old man Jeff Bright to the inside. Colin Teague with him. Baby Rose and Jake Galloway also moving on the inside. At the stripe, Caden Lynn led the lap in the 37. Now 3 wide again to turn number 1. Colin Teague to the inside. Brewers with him. And then the 11 of Jake Galloway. The one man in this field that can be the most aggressive because he's into the postseason already. That all-star victory means so much for him. And you think about how stressful these drivers are going to be over the next 6 races as we get into the race to the chase. And some drivers know that their championship chances will go down the drain. Colin Teague keeping it out in front. Galloway trying to get there. Teague with a nice door shut in the inside. But think about this season so far. That all-star win may have been the most important all-star win of any Gatorade Cup Series season so far. Normally, we see one driver go out there and start dominating the season. Or if it's not one, it's 2 or 3, and they extend the gap over the rest of the field. This season, we have not seen anything like that. The front 9 in points are within 90 of each other. No one's been able to keep a points lead. No one's been able to grow a points lead. And the front 10 are within 100 points of each other. It is so close still. For the points lead for the top 10, no one can get away from anyone so far this season, which is making this one of the most competitive Gatorade Cup Series seasons we've seen in terms of the point standings. And that is why this Super Speedway swing is so important for these drivers. They want to get set up for now. After tonight, we're halfway done with the season, and we're into the race of the chase. The final 6 before we get into the postseason, and there are some 6 crazy racetracks. You have the Pepsi 600 at Charlotte. You have Road America. You have Vermont. All these tracks. You have the Bristol Dirt Track, Atlanta, and you also have Darlington. Those are some crazy racetracks, some crazy races, and all caps off the end of the regular season at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. Maybe one of the craziest 1.5 milers, maybe the craziest 1.5 miler we have on the schedule in the Gatorade Cup Series. TJ Henley wants to lead, but Levi Shones wants to go 3 wide for the race. The 12 to the inside, a push for Naga Scott, and Levi Shones now out in front of Daytona. Levi trying to carry that momentum from his Target Series win last night. Winner of the Samsung 250 at Daytona. Griffin Lynn forcing Scott Gregory onto the apron. A great save by everyone involved in that right there. 3 wide for the race lead. Levi Shones, winner last night in the Target Series at Daytona. He's not won in the Gatorade Cup Series since his championship season way back in Season 9. Let's see if he can change that. Second in points, Riley Spurgeon, who moves out in front. Marshall Burrow with him. So far, it's been Fords and Chevys that have kind of dominated the front. We haven't really seen many Toyotas be able to keep a lead or get the lead. Down the backstretch, there's the 18 of Jonathan Beaford. If there is a man who has been on a great streak as of late, it's that 18. Jonathan Beaford has been phenomenal the last 4 or 5 races. He's been finishing top 10 consistently. He's won 2 of the last few. Looking for his 2nd straight and his 3rd of the season. And looking for another Toyota Super Speedway win. He's inside on lap number 7 for the lead. But Logan Williams, the 47, will lead that one. And mentioning Toyotas, 3 of them were lined up on the inside until Cody Anderson moved out. He has another Toyota, Anson and Charles just behind him. With there, Anthony Davis coming up in the 13. And then Griffin Lynn and Scott Gregory, who are involved in that turn 4 incident just a few laps ago. They sorted out. Now they're up on the inside, making their way forward. Cody Anderson moves up down the backstretch. Here comes 96, Anderson and Charbot to the middle. Down low, points there, Anthony Davis wants a lap led for 5 bonus points. Cody Anderson, however, wants to clear and lead a lap of his own. The 95 down in front of points there, Anthony Hernandez. Griff Lynn in his final start in the Gatorade Cup Series at Daytona. And Scott Greger, the 1 just behind him. Don't count out Derek Kimmel, winner of this race last season in that 32. Hernandez for the lead. A little too late in the tri-oval. 95 leads it. 1/3 of the way done with the Gatorade 0400 so far at Daytona. 3 by 3 behind the front 5. Hernandez, the points there, moves out in front. Scott Gregory now the 1 to 2nd. Here comes Ross McTrain, Diego Yepez, and others all in the inside lane as they come off turn 2. Scott Gregory is trying to look to the bottom of the 1. He'll go down to the bottom. A late move into turn number 3, but he makes it work on the bottom of the racetrack. They're almost 4 wide behind. Yeah, that's the breaking point here. Daytona, there they go! Teagan to Beaford and others! They're wrecking in the pack! Yellow flag will be in the air. Many cars involved in this one. Oh, we have one flipping terribly. Logan Williams in a terrible crash in the 47. Jay Jefferson and Jonathan Beaford also sitting over there, but the worst of it definitely goes to Logan Williams. Yellow flag, number 1 at Daytona just before the midpoint of the Gatorade 0400. A terrible crash. Oh, they're wrecking under yellow. Cody Anderson, Cement Oskin spin around. Maybe Jay Randall in the 53 as well. Now, the great thing about that, it looks like they spun off and a lot of the drivers slowed down, so that won't be too terrible, it doesn't look like. Yellow flag called. Colin Teague spun into the pack, collecting Jonathan Beaford, and Logan Williams goes for a terrible ride in the 47. Let's go see what happened first. Yellow flag is out here in Daytona. They weren't almost 4 wide, they were 4 wide. Colin Teague goes from the middle, trying to get down from the 8th of Conrad Evans. However, Conrad fills that hole too soon. Now Teague is in middle of 4, trying to give the 38 room, trying to give the 8 room. He just gets down too low into the 8 of Evans. It spins the 51 around, up the racetrack. Keegan Thompson hit by the 8 up into the 1896. It gets collected. Eli Bright hit by Logan Williams up into Colin Teague. And Williams just has the 19 drive underneath him and just flips that 47 over. Beaford off the wall, collects Marshall Burrow. Not many others actually involved in this. Cole Luigi looks like the 42 involved, so that feast or famine season for him continues. Looks like he's going to have damage in this one. 2 Hendrick cars involved, 2 Joe Gibbs cars involved. I don't know if Cresswell got damaged in the 20. He was way back there as well, so just an interesting incident. Second point Spurley was right around it. I think he got the wall a little bit, but I don't think he ever hit the 18. Look at that ride for the 47 of Logan Williams. What a terrible roll that was for the driver of the 47. Look at that. Oh my God, he was still flipping. And it just looks like with Logan Williams, that 19 kind of drove up under him. Yeah, great job by a lot of drivers to miss that. Look at Luke Green right in the middle of all of it. Gets through. Max Rossi, Evan Hunter, and others. I mean, there were a lot of near misses. There were so many drivers that did a great job. We can't document all of them. But it was a really good job by a lot of drivers missing that one. Williams does come back on all 4s, thankfully. So caution flag in the air. I want to see back here really quickly right here. So Hamill got down into Oskin and spun him. Oh, 38, 32, 15, 95. They're spinning around. 95 down front of Kukulon misses. And Jay Randall may miss Oskin as well. So great job by everyone in there. Obviously, they spun around, but there shouldn't be any damage to any of those race cars. So the one of Scott Greger leads us back around to the caution. He's going to lead us back to the green flag here in the Gatorade 0400 at Daytona just for the midpoint when we go back green. And cars out, Logan Williams in the 18 of Jonathan Beaford. Jefferson still out there, that car missing everything on the front end. He's definitely going to be a slower race car for sure. Might be a lap car that we catch if we stay green. Some other damaged cars at the back of the pack, and some are going to restart mid-pack, like the 88 of Eli Bright, 48 Keegan Thompson, 42 Cole Luigi. We'll have to see how they do, and who do they slow up. Keegan has some damage. Eli has a lot of damage. That's going to be one I'm interested. Does he pull high in the start? Does he pull low? Who does he hold up on this restart? So leading this race is the one of Scott Gregory. Ross McTrain in second. Points leader Anthonez in third. Diego Lopez is fourth. And Cody Anderson, 95, in fifth. They have Max Anderson 6th, Derek Campbell 7th, Griffin Lynn in 8th, Cement Oskin 9th, Sebastian Kukulon in 10th. His teammate Jared right behind him in 11th, Riley Sampson 12th, Bronson Mick 13th, 14th Anson and Charles Conrad Evans in 15th. They have Zachary DeLello, Justin Seidel, Luke Rainey, and Bibby Ruiz all have damaged cars. Colin Teagan 20th is damaged. Hunter found a way through it. Then there's a damaged car, Eli right behind him. Then Cresswell, Keegan Thompson damaged. They have Rossi and all the other cars back behind Jefferson damaged at the back of the field in 19. We're back green in the Gatorade 0400 at Daytona. And it looks like everyone at the front of the field staying together except for 5th place Cody Anderson. He spins the tires to the outside for Max Anderson. And how about Colin Teague and Eli Bright? How are they doing on this restart? Teague's going to let Hunter around the outside. Eli's letting cars around the outside as well. Look at this. Second and points Burley tip is slowed. We'll see who can stay with the pack. Who stays in the draft is the question. You can already see the slowness of the 19, how slow he is. Yepes to second. They shuffle McTrain out. Hernandez with a run for second now. He'll stay with the 34. Or will he? Halfway this time by at Daytona. The one leads. They're moving up. Is the one having an issue? Oh no, the race leader to pit road. Scott Gregory from the lead to pit road. Oh no. An issue to our race leader, Scott Gregory. From the top spot to pit road. What an unfortunate issue. He had been having such a good race. All for naught. And that allows Yepes to get a huge lead. However, he knows he's a veteran. You don't want that lead here at Daytona. They're going to eat him up with that draft. Down the backstretch. Last car in this draft is the 52 of Zach DeLello. That leaves us 19 cars with a shot. Oh, back there. We were going to have more if there's a yellow because Conrad Evans, Luke Rainey made some contact. The 8 and the 2. Randall for second on Kukulon. Meanwhile, Yepes still leads in the 34. Right here, the 20 and the 81. They're close, yet far. They're so close to that front pack, but just not close enough to get in the draft. If they had a yellow flag, they would be there. Randall for the lead on Yepes. He gets slowed. I don't know if he's slowed because he thought maybe Scott Greger's coming back up. I don't know if that was the issue or what, but Scott Greger right now, he's going to probably merge in some of these guys back here, so watch for this. If he hits someone, it causes a yellow flag. One staying below the apron for now. Caden Lynn barely gets around him. Here comes, he's trying to hold that double yellow as tight as he can. He's doing a good job of it. Many of the cars are getting around him. A lot of these guys back here were probably hoping another yellow flag comes out as Kukulon moves out in front of the 54. Sampson does second. All three of the front row cars are up here. Riley Sampson, Diego Yepes, Griffin Lynn still with a shot. We're in the final 10 laps. It looks like whatever checkup this front pack had, Cresswell and Rossi caught up just a little bit, but just not enough. Wow, they're scattering here at the front of the pack. Hunter went bottom 3. Conrad Evans was going to go with them, then went top. Luke Green's going to shove middle of 3. Bibby Rose to his inside. That was close racing there. 3 wide at the front. The 6 of Evan Hunter moves to the race lead. But the big question now, if this race stays green, when do we catch lap traffic? And who do they hold up? Hunter leads this race in the 6. Like lap traffic, you have obviously Eli Bright down the backstretch very slow. Jay Jefferson's not as slow in turns 3 and 4. So the 88 definitely one we have to watch out to catch. And then the next one to worry about would be the 19 and the 51. But Eli Bright definitely will be able to catch if this race stays green. As we mentioned, in this front pack, it is 19 cars. 20th on back. Don't have a shot unless there's a yellow. The 20, the 81, the 17, the 4, the 9. All those guys are fine. They have clean race cars. They were just slowed on the restart, and they have no. They can't catch up. They have no draft. Well, they have draft. They still don't have the draft like these guys have. Riley Sampson, 38, moves out in front. He'll lead at Daytona. Justin Zaydell for second, and that 38 with a nice gap as they're 3x3 behind that 38 car. Griffin Lynn for a second to make a front row 1-2. Here comes Samet Osgood, the 15, looking low. Max Harrison and Ross McTrain. You can already see Eli right up the road. So if there's no yellow this lap, we're catching the 88. And who does he hold up? Into turns 3 and 4. Griffin Lynn. Now here's the question. Does he hold up the front pack enough to where possibly the rest of the drivers that are back that don't have damaged cars, can they try and get the draft? It's going to be a far-fetched idea, but who knows? As we're entering the tri-oval, we're entering 7 to go. Eli Bright on the bottom. Sampson, the only one to get away. Oh, maybe. Oh, the 80 and the 41 contact. Eli's around into Lynn. Griffin Lynn's around. Others take evasive action. The 36 off the track for now. No yellow yet. On the apron for the 2. Are they going to deem that legally past the 88 below the line? He's still down there. Look at those guys caught up now. Oh, look at Luke. Eli holding up the middle and the top. The bottom of the place to be. The inside flies around. The closing rate so fast for some of these drivers, they have to slam on the brakes. But Griffin Lynn, after the 88 and the 41 made contact, Lynn's the one to pay the price. His final Daytona race not going the way he wants it to. Eli now holding the bottom up. So the pack split. At the front, it's all Riley Sampson. However, the guys with draft are going to run him down. There's the 38. These drivers should run him down. They still have 6 to go. Jefferson and Teague also not that far up the road for our race leader. Where's Griffin Lynn at? The 36. There he is going. But now back in 36th, back with Code Luigi. He should be able to pass the 42, but Lynn's day's just gotten erased. Tube and Galway halted there the last few to get around. But now some cars caught up that weren't. Some cars lost that were in the main pack. We're coming around to 5 to go here at Daytona. Now these drivers, second on back, have draft. If they stop passing each other, they'll catch within 2 or 3 laps. 5 to go for the 38 of Riley Sampson here at Daytona. Hunter, the one in second, but a challenge. Kugelon moves low. That's something they don't need to be doing. They need to stay single file. That's the fastest way they'll catch that 38 car. If they stay single file, they catch that 38 in a hurry. If they keep battling, they're still catching them, but it's at a slower rate. Last car in this draft, the 53 of Jay Rando. John Smith, Fenway, Scott, Charlebois, Yepez, Cresswell, Caden Lynn, Shones, Rossi, Beal, and there's lap car Scott Greger. They're all kind of in this pack that are hoping they can try and latch on, but it's not going to be able to happen unless some big issues happen to the front few. Now Max Anderson, the one to try and run down Riley Sampson. Sampson has 4 laps to go, so any yellow flag would end it. He's hoping a yellow comes out because he would win this race easily. But you can see how slow he's going. 190 to the corner. These guys going 196, 197, even further back. So they're catching. Now the question is, 2 more lap cars, 51 and 19. How do they play into it? Down the back stretch. Sampson sees 2 lap cars in front of him. He's hoping he can get around, then the pack gets halted. Look at the run for Max Anderson and the others with that draft. 3 to go at the start-finish line for Riley Sampson. He has to negotiate the 51 and the 19. Colin Teague, Jay Jefferson. He'll go low on Teague. Oh, he hits the 51. He's spinning him. Oh, that really halts them now. They're definitely gaining. Here comes the 43 and the 6. Anderson around the top. That's the way to go. But where does Jefferson go? He'll go low. The outside the place to be Hunter, the one that's halted. And now only 2 cars are going to get away. Because Jefferson might slide up off the corner and then block Samet Oskin. But Oskin can then just go low. See, Teague goes to the middle there. Oskin bottom. But with only 2 to go at the line, do they have time to run the front 2 down? I don't know if they're going to have time. The inside's gone away. Kukulon Luke Rainey halted. Bibby Ruiz has been halted. Here comes this other pack, trying to get whatever spots they can. It might not be a victory, but it's some points that are on the line. 2 laps to go in Daytona. Can they run the front 2 down? Sampson leads Anderson to turn 1. Max looking out in the 43. We'll have to see what this pack can do. If those front 2 get side by side, it's going to be a whole mess. More cars getting halted by Jay Jefferson. Colin Teague still hauling cars as well. Back up to the front. Max Anderson pushing Riley Sampson away. We're going to catch Eli Bright one final time. For the lead goes Max Anderson. Oh, they're going to be side by side catching this 88 car. Who will win the Gatorade 0400 and how does it end? Does Eli Bright play some big impact in this one? Who gets around him? Here they come to the white flag. Anderson into the back of the 88. Away goes Riley Sampson, and it might be his race to lose. One last time around Daytona for Riley Sampson. Now Hunter tried to stay in the gas as much as he could, but he did get slowed. Sampson pulling away. He's dominated the afternoon, mostly due to lap traffic. He was one of the few to get away. Down the backstretch for the final time. It's a big logjam by the 88 of Eli Bright in this last lap. Hunter in the draft. He's closing. I don't think he has enough time, though. If the start-finish line is where it was at Talladega, he would be just fine, but it's too early. As they come off 4. A blue oval's going to win a Super Speedway race. Checker flag is up for Riley Sampson. He wins a crazy Gatorade 0400 at Daytona. Lap traffic infested for sure. Riley Sampson gets it done in Daytona. Lap traffic definitely ruled the headlines in this one, as many cars, many contenders halted because of that. Let's go see the finish results and the updated point standings after the Super Speedway week. Here is how they finished in the Gatorade 0400 at the Daytona National Speedway. 1 caution flight tonight for 2 laps, and 11 lead changes, 12 different drivers seeing the lead in Daytona. Riley Sampson, the 38, reigned supreme, leading 9 of the 24 laps most anyone, and definitely was helped by lap traffic, as basically everyone else got halted. He was the only one to really get away. He wins this race. Evan Hunter, close in second for him. Samet Oskin from pole gets third. Conrad Evans gets fourth, and Zachary DeLello completes the top 5 in the 52. Cody Anderson gets 6th, Derek Hamill 7th, Anthony Nunez in 8th. John Smith and Bron Smith complete the top 10. As a lot of these drivers down here, I mean, all these drivers' days, you can put something with lap traffic next to them because they were all halted. The front 7 were within 2 seconds. Everyone on back was 4 seconds or more back. 36 cars finished on the lead lap half the field for Griffin Lynn, running in the main pack but involved in a crash with a lap car. And 37th on down, Scott Gregory issues from the lead, had to pit from the lead, puts him a lap down. 37th, Jefferson, Teague, and Bright lap traffic that we caught. Beaford and Williams both out of the race. Let's now go see the point standings. Halfway done with the Gatorade Cup Series season, here are the point standings. And it is still Anthony Nunez on top. The points league grows for him. Max Aronson now back up to 2nd, 49 back in the 43. 3rd place is now Nongan Scott. Riley falls to 4th, and 5th place for Anson and Charles Bois. Then Riley Cresswell in 6th, Jay Brando in 7th, Max Rossi, Jonathan Beaford, and Evan Hunter are in the top 10. Still very close though for the points. The front 3 are within 55 points, the front 5 within 100. Cresswell only 101 back, and still the front 10 within 130 points of the points lead. Jake Galway wildcard spot along with Riley Sampson, so the win for Sampson moves him up into a wildcard spot. Galway, once again, that all-star victory paying big dividends. He's still not top 20 in points, but that all-star victory is right now a wildcard spot. We look down, winners like Burrell, Oskin, Luigi's falling down. Galway's still staying stagnant around 30th. TJ Hanley's still down there. Keegan Thompson's still down there, and once again, that Hendrick season continues. 3 of their cars outside the top 35. Only driver that's up there, Jeff Bright, is 18th in the point standings. Cody Aronson and Griffin Lynn right now at the bottom of the drivers that have completed every race. Scott Gregory and Michael Gregory obviously sharing the one ride for this season. Only one top 5, one top 10 this season. That was Scott Gregory's win a few races ago. So we're entering the second half of the season. We're entering the race to the chase. Next race out will be going to a crown jewel, the Pepsi 600 at the Charlotte Motor Speedway. I'll see you guys then.